Are we live?
We live.
Mega love shout out, guys. Let me see here. I need to make sure. Why don't I get YouTube shady? You know I'm subscribed to you, Sir Richard, but for some reason, let me see here. For some reason, it does not say anything. Oh, you know what, though? I got live something to do. Okay, let me make sure this is turned down. Alright, I think it's working now.
I get the notifications.
Something to do. Yeah, I'm about to share this. I'm about to share this out.
Go ahead, share it out. Nothing to do. We'll just pop up here and enjoy the night for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Same to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me share this on my I'm a mess right now. Let me see. I had some buffalo chicken and bacon pizza.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean it's good, but man, yeah. It definitely I like it, but I don't know if it likes me. Yeah, I like it, but I don't know if it likes me.
Oh gosh, this is what I don't like.
Yeah, Timmy's just a little under the weather this week.
Oh really? For the whole
Yeah,
week?
so she won't be singing or yelling too much.
I've been trying to learn how to play some guitar music.
Well, that last one didn't sound too bad.
Yeah, you know, it's just singing and playing at the same time is not easy for me. But I'm trying to learn this one. You know,
gotta try and get one better than the other, and then the other will follow.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I've been told. I don't know. I don't sing, so I couldn't tell you.
That's what I'm doing. You know, I'm trying to just like hit the main chords. It's late in the evening. Wonder what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup and brushes her long blonde hair. And then she asks me, do I look alright? And I say, yes, you look wonderful tonight.
Just don't let me turn the light on.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. These lights are crazy. Mega love shout out, Timmy.
Hello, Bert. Oh, you have 4 viewers. Make a love shout out to the 4 viewers in there.
Yes, to the all four.
Yeah, don't be shy. Type something in chat. Let us know who you are. We're just here to have fun and enjoy, so don't hide. I'll do all the hiding.
I feel wonderful. I need to memorize the words because I don't know if if I'm looking at the words, I can almost get through it. But if I lose place of the song, it's a disaster. Because I went and tried to sing it today. In somebody's channel, I didn't even know the people. I just went there. They're like, dropped the link, and I went up there. I mean, I figured, why not go in front of people that I don't know?
Right.
Late in the evening.
That's all right.
I like that song, though. That's a good song.
Well, before your time, isn't it?
What's that? Before my time? I don't know. Let me see when the release date was. It's somewhere on the border. Because you know Eric Clapton, he's been around. He spans just like Steve Winwood. You know he spans a long time.
Oh yeah.
I always like Steve Winwood, but you know because when I was a kid I didn't know. Oh yeah, it was January, February, March. It was released, so it was released 5 months before I was born.
Yep.
5 months before I was born. So technically it is before my time. But it was still a relevant song in my lifetime, you know? Like, it was still...
Oh, yeah.
Because we grew up listening to the WAOR rock radio station. You know, so basically that was all like, you know, music like Pink Floyd, ZZ Top.
Yep.
You know, they play like Motley Crue and like those kind of bands, like the harder rock of like the, you know, 70s and 80s. The album, that means album-oriented rock, Timmy. They don't have anything really like that anymore. But that was cool when they did have those kind of radio stations.
You know what I like in the old songs is whether it's rock, I can look for the lyrics and it's so good.
They don't even play music videos on MTV anymore.
No, they changed all the formats. Did you hear about the latest format that they changed?
No.
That YouTube changed? Now they dropped the subscribers back down to 500 and your watch hours back down to 3,000 to get monetized.
Why is that?
I don't know. I guess they're trying to keep up with the other formats.
Yeah, YouTube's kind of dying.
Well,
That's
everybody's jumping ship, going to Facebook and TikTok.
Cajun Coin Hunter, hello.
Hey, welcome in, Cajun Coin Hunter. Thanks for showing.
Mega love, shout out, Cajun Coin Hunter.
I was going to put, what would you do for a Klondike bar for a title, but I figured I better not.
Klondike bar sounds good.
If you're willing to
Oh,
dive
what
in,
did you say?
not.
I need to go on diet though. I've been eating nothing but junk food. It's really starting to blow me up quickly.
Talking about food, you were going to send me junk food today.
I love junk food.
I
It's a junk food.
think everybody does. We all like what's not good for us.
Right. Yeah, whatever's... Whatever...
You got that down, Pat.
Yeah, you know, I got that part down, Pat. It's just the singing and playing's really hard to do. You know, like, I really admire those people that sit there and do that in front of big, huge crowds and stuff. But It all takes practice.
Oh, yeah.
Mom, yes, Miguel, shout out to you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Yads.
Hello,
It's a
Yads.
yeah.
Whiter shade of pale.
Okay.
What?
My first year, yeah. It's his first live streaming here. Oh, second one.
Oh, it's the second live stream I've ever done.
The last
Wow.
time we were in.
Because I'm not too worried about it. I'm not monetized, so come on, have fun, enjoy, see what everybody's doing, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like going live a lot.
Yeah, I asked you earlier if you would go live streaming. You say, "Oh my God, I missed the first one." Same here, Mom. Yes, I missed the first one too.
I don't think YouTube's exactly pushing Sir Richard though, because man, it's really hard to get to your channel, and I am subscribed.
Yay!
oh yeah,
Cajun asking, where you been? I hadn't seen you in a while chasing the
Yeah.
outdoors.
I go on for maybe an hour at night or 2 hours at night, but during the day when I'm working, I don't put in a normal 8 hour day. It's anywhere from 10 hours or more. And if I pop into somebody's live, I'm in the BG just listening to them.
Sisi
Once in a
Yanni,
while, I'll get a chance to
hello.
comment.
Yanni is in the chat, Richard. Vigilant here, VG here. Thank you, Sisi Yanni.
Thank you, Yanni.
Mega love, shout out Yanni. Sir Richard, I'm trying to get a job being a butcher apprentice.
A butcher's friend?
Butcher apprentice.
Oh, butcher apprentice.
Apprentice.
Yeah, I went and interviewed for it on Friday. You know, I've been going to like 3 interviews a week, but I don't know what's going on. You know, back when I was working, I noticed this too. All these places, you know, they say they're begging for people, but then they never hire anyone.
Oh, yeah.
It, it's
They
strange.
figure they'll pick and choose who they want to work.
Well, you know, these machining jobs I've been applying for, I got a lot of good experience. It's I've never had any trouble getting a job before.
Yeah, but do you have the piece of paper that they're looking for that experience?
I got it all, man. But I don't know, maybe I don't know what it is. You know, some of these places get gun shy too about hired. But I think sometimes they say that because, you know, they want to overwork everyone.
Yeah.
Well, I've found that.
Nice vlog. Make it up. shout out
Cherries,
to
how you doing, Cherries? How you doing, Cherries? Cherries, I got my guitar out. Except it's disappeared it's disappeared because I put a green screen behind. Well, I put a background behind me without a green screen.
MMLS out to you, Charis. Richard, why don't you put Iads, Yanni, and other else moderator here?
You know, you're talking to the inexperienced over here.
I heard him play a few licks of it on the guitar you used to come
Hang on a second.
Was Conjuring from Cajun.
I'm doing good, Cherries. Cherries, I see you got some Japanese in your name now.
So how do I do that?
Put a
The
background.
No.
YouTube or StreamYard side?
Hello,
Onward.
Cheese. The moderator, you use your phone, tap their name, and add moderator, and then choose the
YouTube side.
YouTube side. Okay.
YouTube side. Just use your phone.
It's been cold here. It was like in the 40s last night. That's cold for this time.
Yeah, it
of
was
year.
38 this morning up here.
It's amazing.
You know what? Whatever happens, happens. Sorry, guys, but I can't do no everybody that tells me how to do this stuff is monetized. So it may be different because I'm not monetized. So
No,
I don't know
it's
how all this goes.
Easy Lee shout out. Are you on a cell phone or on a computer, Sir
I'm
Richard?
on my laptop.
No, you're your
Okay.
cell phone.
No, I'm not. I'm on my laptop.
That's why I said.
Okay, basically
I
on
sent
the
you a message on Messenger.
on the YouTube side, if you highlight over someone's name, they got the 3 dots on the right side of their name.
Right,
If you
right.
click on those 3 dots, there should be one that says Add Moderator.
Okay. Now I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And
Sorry,
then
Timmy. I didn't mean to override you. I just, I'm speaking old people language because,
Easy now.
well, Timmy don't know what it's like.
Holy bucket. I bring you up and you bust my chops right off the beginning.
Old people language.
Yeah. Yads, can you type something in chat? Mama Yads. There you go.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
See if I can get.
Oh my God.
Hope everyone's doing good today.
He isn't a naughty corner, Mommy Ads.
I hope everyone's doing good today.
Oh, I'm just Yanni, you should have yours.
E.T. but easily.
E.T. Easy has
Yes,
theirs.
you will bring your name, Cherries.
Cherries, you got yours.
Yeah. What is it? It's Cajun as well.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am the BG King.
The BG King.
I will hide every moment I get a chance to.
So ATMSMR Live. Hey everybody, hello.
Yes, how you doing, 2ATVs? He's still learning, Cherries. He's still learning the ways.
Hang on, Daryl. I'll be right there.
Hey Turn. Cajun.
Two
There he
ATVs.
is, Cherries.
Yeah, he already is. He was from my first live.
Timmy, I make a short video for
Oh, look at there. Long time no see. My
Swamp
buddy
Donkey.
Swamp Donkey. Donkey.
Shh.
How you doing, Swamp Donkey?
There's a lot of brand new people.
Timmy, are you hiding too? You guys
Oh,
can't.
there.
You guys can't just put me out here like this.
No, nobody said you had to show your mug.
That's true. I don't care.
Where'd my buddy Swamp Donkey go?
I'm
I
sorry, I
have
have
not
to take my
seen
medicine.
him in a year and a half to maybe 2 years.
Hi, it's true
Like a-
now, no?
It's like a reunion
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
hiding stream.
Maybe you want to join the live stream, Richard? You want me to drop the StreamYard in the comment?
Yeah, can you drop it in there?
I will.
What's the topic today, Timmy?
Just something to do.
Timmy always knows the topic.
Yeah, topic is just something to do.
This topic is just something to do. There you go, guys. The StreamYard. You can pin it. Richard.
Can I? Is it okay if I drop a link in here?
Go right
sure.
ahead, Bird.
It's not to my channel. It's to it's to my friend's channel. But I'm in the video. If I can find it.
Oh,
Are you in the video more than once?
The video's about me.
Oh,
Well, it's me singing a song.
what's this I hear? You got a premiere coming up?
Yeah, but it's not me though. It's a premiere of me.
Oh,
I'll drop the
Frank Beard from Frank. Hello, Frank.
in 88 minutes. All right, I'm gonna drop it in the chat if I can. I'm the same way, Richard. It takes me forever to do. Frank, what's going on, Frank?
you know, my fingers and my thumbs don't work like they used to.
No, mine neither. Oh, I don't have a wrench. I guess that don't make no sense to drop my link.
What? Drop your name in the chat.
All right.
We'll cure that real quick.
How you doing today, Frank?
There you go, Bird.
Hey, look at that.
Now you can do it.
Now I drop my link.
Imagine that, Beard. He asked you to join, but he never gave you a wrench.
Oh, we got a wrench now.
He's wrenched up.
I'm blessed and highly favored, brother. You?
I'm doing the same, Frank. In the morning, jump in the head. See, that's why I don't do the words. I just mumble.
Agent Coin Hunter must have got the cellar door shut on him. Wife locked him in the cellar.
Radio Johnny Tasmania. Hello there.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in, Radio Jonesy.
Connected with you, Bird from Mommy Ads.
Thank you,
Sending
Mommy.
That's our life.
Speaking of being an old fart, it's 9:30 p.m. here, and I'm beat.
I was out there today working in the yard, and I tell you what, it was, when I started, it was just about 60 degrees.
And you know what, Bird?
When it
He
clocked,
is
it was
still
80.
he still have his boots on. He never took it off.
Yep. Never know, I might have to go back out.
Yeah, it warmed up a little bit today.
Man, did it warm up. That hoodie came off and it went right back on about 4 hours later.
It's 70
Advance
here right now.
Father's Day to all you guys, to all fathers out there.
Thank you, Timmy. So what do you think about that chasing tail becoming a butcher apprentice?
Hey, you do what you gotta do, brother. I got nothing to say about that.
I never mind learning a new skill.
It's scary. It's scary, Bird. I
Scary?
cannot mess around with you anymore. I don't want you to butcher me.
Oh, don't bother me none.
What, Butcher and Timmy?
Oh, butcher Timmy. I thought, no, I won't butcher you, Timmy. Yet, no.
Oh, I'm sorry there.
Oh, nice.
Back.
I'll just.
Man.
Howdy,
Who's
howdy,
there?
howdy.
There you go. What's up, Daryl? Hey,
Hey.
chasing tail.
I hope I didn't have you guys pulling up a pillow.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was drinking all the wine in your cellar.
Radio said he in 1980 did some butchering work.
Yeah,
Bird.
I was in that no man's land too there, Cajun. I couldn't
Yeah.
get out what that meant.
Yeah. I mean, he throws that link out there for us to come up, and he's holding us hostage down there.
Yeah, holding the sausages in the baby.
You in the shop? Down in the shop.
He's still learning.
Yeah, give me time. I can do everything from the PG side, but I can't do it when I'm actually on panel.
Probably be teaching everyone how to do this before
Yeah,
too
you
long.
do it on your StreamYard side. You bring people up at the basement.
Oh, yeah, but I wasn't on StreamYard side. I was over there on YouTube side.
Oh, you don't have your YouTube popped out on the side like I do?
Now, listen,
Oh.
don't get me going now. Come
Okay.
on.
I got a video out on it. You can
Okay,
watch
I'll
it.
have to go to your channel and watch it then.
There you go. You've been in my live streams quite a few times.
Yeah. In the chat, but not up on panel.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought I had you up there already on panel. Get so many people up on panel, you know. I got a lot of followers, though.
Yeah, all you guys got a lot of followers.
Well, you know, I used to get 100, 110 in the stream, but now I only get 30, something like that.
Yeah,
That still
better
ain't too
than me.
bad these days.
I average 5.
Same here.
Let's see, how many people we got on panel? Yeah. Oh, and then I'll get a couple in, maybe 1 or 2 in chat.
Stragglers. I see Jerry in there. How you doing, Jerry?
Yeah.
And Radio Jonesy. Anything with radio and music got my attention.
Y'all can't hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, this is my old computer. I brought the one I got in my shop, so I don't. It's hard to tell whether y'all can hear me or not.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
good.
that's what I was asking you earlier if you was in the shop, because you're not on the sofa with the puppy dog biting the heck out of your arm.
No, she made me mad a little while ago, so I took her back in the house.
Oh, okay.
She wanted to run out toward the road all for constantly. So
Oh no, can't have that,
no,
especially with the neighbors.
no.
Don't need a dead dog. Come on.
No, we definitely don't need that.
I didn't mean to make it sound like that, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's all right, Easy Lee. Don't get your device dirty. I already did that. I was typing. I was eating some hot cheese popcorn. You know, with all the cheese and I got that crap all over the place now.
And all that yellow powder.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
like some Cheetos and puppy,
Thanks
puppy
for coming
cheese.
in.
Or the
This
crunchy
stuff-
kind. It don't matter. The puffy or the crunchy. Your hands still get all that yellow, orange, whatever on them. My granddaughter like, Papa, eat some cheese puffs. I'm like, girl, I'm live streaming here, and I ain't getting on my laptop with all that yellow stuff on the button. No, not me, no.
I just seen Swamp Donkey. What did he say?
Pretty nice shop, dude. Talking to Daryl.
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, I mean, the sad part about it is everybody does these damn food reviews.
Thanks for
So,
coming, Sam.
What?
Hey, Sam.
Sam's Chronicles.
Later, Timmy. Yeah, I think I was on Chasing Tails first first live stream you ever did.
Yeah, you helped
I
me.
mean, I
The
was
first
I was
time
wondering-
you helped me out with it.
Yeah. But that's what I was thinking. I remember I was telling you some of the ways to handle some of this stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a. Why is it when you build a shop, you never build it big enough?
Ain't no such thing. That's why. Ain't
I
no
mean-
such thing as a big enough shop.
I mean, I thought an 18 by 24 would be plenty big for one car. Now I can't get in here because of all the daggum tools I got in this daggum.
So how many moderators can you have?
Now,
Can you-
Daryl is going to agree with this. Don't get too many moderators. Just get people you know and trust.
These
That's
are-
it.
These are the ones.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all I have come into my streams are the people I know.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I've got a good many moderators, but everybody don't need to have a range.
Right.
And
Well,
sometimes
it's easier for them to go sub to the other channel.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah.
see, I put Sam's Chronicles. I made him a mod, and he's not coming up blue.
You sure?
Yeah, because he's right below Jimmy's last. No,
No, I mean,
second to the last comment.
you didn't hit it twice by accident. Undo it.
No, because once I click on it, it says remove as standard moderator.
Okay.
Sam, can you
Don't
type
be.
in chat again?
yeah,
Oh, Swamp Donkey.
that is absolutely true. They're the swamp donkey. I mean, I believe I could have
There he is.
I could have 100 by 100 warehouse sitting here, and I still would find some way to fill the doggone thing.
Oh, yeah. They don't turn blue automatic. The next comment they make, they turn blue.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Daryl, I got some information for you. You
What's
were
that, sir?
telling me a while back about a laptop you were trying to tear apart, to clean, or, you want to tear it completely apart, and you said you was fixing a
yeah.
bang it.
I got to have a fan. The fan's got to be fixed in.
You said you couldn't get the keyboard out, remember?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, that's probably the same model laptop HP I got. On that model I got, the keyboards don't come out. You gotta get the shell with the new keyboard in it. The keyboards don't come out to replace them. They seal. That's why when I spilled my coffee in mine that one night, it saved my laptop because it was sealed.
well, all I know is I got it separated,
What
but
does
the bottom won't come off of it enough that I can get the fan out of it. The fan has locked up. So it won't cool.
So you didn't get the bottom off all the way?
No, it's the keyboard and the
top
keyboard
shell.
still seems like it's right in the middle of it, it's glued together. So.
he's probably got a 3-piece section.
Yeah, well, the top shell where the keyboard's at, where the bottom shell meets, you gotta put a spucker in there. You know what I'm talking about? One like this, but plastic. One of those separating tools,
Yeah,
like that. You gotta put one of them in between that little crack right there at the top, where the keyboard, it's got keyboard, and it goes flat. And then you got the shell that comes up from the bottom. You gotta kind of spucker that,
Well,
separate it with one of these little tools like that. That's what.
I got it that far with, you know, I got it with a thumbnail around the bottom of it, and I got it separated about that much. But the guts is coming up with the keyboard. All the guts is coming up with it, and the bottom won't fall off. It
You
gets
got
right about.
you got the BL15 XXX or whatever, or the 15 BS 15 BS, and
I don't.
BS stands for what I'm thinking about for that one. It's a bunch of bull butter to get it apart. You have to watch a video on it. They do got a screw that's hidden you got to find though, but they show you that in a video.
Well, it's like it's got 2 or 3 keys that's got a screw underneath them, but the keys don't want to come off there. So
Well,
Well, you
can't-
got a big BFH in there, don't you?
yeah, that's what I was about ready to use on it.
yeah,
Just
Yeah.
put it on corner to corner.
big freaking
Stand it
hammer.
Well, it's popped back in now, but I mean, I had it completely separated.
How you been, Swarm Donkey? I haven't seen you in a while.
I think he took a year-long vacay.
He used to come in my live streams. Every time I go live, he'd come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I used to go watch them on one of the channels, and then he like just disappeared.
Oh, okay. If it's the 15 BS XXX model, I mean, you know, the X's are numbers, but I'm just saying XXX. That's, you got some screws, and you might have a hidden one that's, yeah, you got some hidden ones that are in your little, 4 hidden ones under the little pads. Them little pads about that long. At the bottom of your computer, there's a screw under
Yeah,
each
about
one.
that long.
Them little pads, feet, the little rubber feet are that long, and they're about, you know, they're not tall. You gotta
Nice.
pick those up, and they got a screw under each one, and they got 4 pads, one on each corner under the laptop. That's a HP.
Yeah.
Show me the bottom. I see something down there. Show me the
Long
bottom.
Donkey, what's the year of the FLH? Is it the older one or the newer one?
I mean, I've got every screw up.
And I think you got a couple of screws in the middle or something. I forgot. Because I went to undo mine, and I had to watch a video so I could take mine apart to clean the fan and all that. You know, clean the inside out.
You know, there's something about middle-aged people that went on.
The audio's messing up.
I mean, I've moved on. I've moved on. I mean, you can see that.
Yeah, I can see that, but I can't hear you. You're breaking up pretty bad. You gotta get a little closer to your mic or something.
We'll figure it out. I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow night or something.
Yeah, I missed you last night, so I said, well, you're probably gonna go live either tonight or tomorrow night after Ed, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after Ed tomorrow night. I mean,
Okay. I'm all for it. I'm with you on that one.
well, it's not-
Moving from Friday to Sunday, I'm with you.
I mean, it's sad, but I've gotten down
Good FLH,
to
the shaker. The true fat fender.
yeah. Well, I might not be getting bandwidth in the shop, so I may have to let you go to Trace Side Chat for a little while.
No, I can hear you perfect now.
Yeah, you freeze up a little bit on your monitor, but your voice and that come in good.
Yeah, traded one for the other.
Yep.
Well. I heard you picking some Clapton on there earlier. You were wonderful tonight, and you started and you didn't finish it.
It's yeah, I know. I was practicing. That's why I'm trying to learn that. I got, you know, I just been really just started playing this thing for a couple months now, you know, but you know, all the women always got all these songs they want to hear. So then you gotta start learning them, or else the guitar, you either make the guitar work for you, against you, right?
Oh yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I got, you know, I just started learning that today, but yeah. I do like that song anyway, though.
No,
You
why
know.
the shade of pale? Boy, that's a song and a half there now. I slow drag to with many a girl on that song. Why the shade of pale?
All right, Cajun. Missus probably right behind you, and she'll be popping you in the back of the head with a frying pan.
Better
Yeah,
him than us.
you should have cooked me up a steak after a while.
Oh, I see him peeking over his shoulder.
Yeah,
Where's she at?
he's
Where's
having to check that out.
she at?
she's not watching.
Any of you guys ride? I ride, but I haven't rode all year. It's been too stinking cold, and the way everyone drives, I'm thinking about quitting riding, actually. I don't know if I want to keep riding.
Yeah, I heard you say it got 38. You must be up in Maine or something.
The edge of Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. Okay.
Minnesota?
Yep.
Minnesota. I got a buddy of mine I talked to up in Maine today on the phone. He said it wasn't but 60 degrees, and it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the hottest part of the day.
That wasn't Al, was it?
No, that was about at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Man, I wish we could have that around here.
60 degrees in the daytime?
Yeah.
Well, how hot was
Easy
it?
Lee,
It
Easy
hit
Lee rides a
82
ground.
for about 4 hours, and then it cooled right back off again.
Oh, okay. Well, Maine's a little more north of you, though.
Yeah, that's over on the other coast.
Yeah, I just got battery charged up on that. I ain't really much this year either.
You get it all straightened out, Daryl?
Yeah.
Your
Thanks,
four-wheeler.
Yeah. Yeah, they ain't. The only thing I've had to do to it is I had to put a fuel pump on it, but other than that, I just ain't rode this year. I mean, I'm not, for some reason or another, I just don't. I'm not having to. I know what it is. I'm not been in the best shape and all this stuff between doctor's visits and back and forth and all that stuff. I just haven't got it fixed, got it out riding it this year. So.
Oh, I got you.
I just don't want to spend the money in tags and insurance on my motorcycles because I ain't been working. And then, because I got 2 cars and 2 bikes, all the plates are due, all my insurance is due this month. I'm thinking about taking a summer off. Plus, everyone dying on their motorcycles right now. You know, everyone drives so stinking crazy now, slamming into all the bikes all the time and all that crap. You know, these last couple of years, I've been having people coming almost slamming in me all the time. But I bit 2 big old trucks, I think 3 years ago. I bit 2 Silverado extended cabs. One of them was a diesel. But I flew off one bumper into another bumper. But I ain't get hurt. I mean, my whole left leg was a bruise. It was all black, but I ain't missed no work or nothing. But, excuse me. Yeah. I've been thinking about hanging it up and quit while I'm ahead. I just said the same thing too. I never think I'd quit riding, but I just don't know if it's worth it anymore.
Yeah,
All
you
the-
go from one phase to the next. You get rid of the motorcycle, you end up with a four-wheeler.
I mean, you're almost better off out in the woods or something anyway.
Till you get a damn wild turkey jump out in front of you, and that's scary. That's a scary situation too. When you got a whole flock of wild turkeys jump up in front of you, and
Yep.
you end up in the middle of it.
Yeah, I've had that happen. Timmy,
Get
I
out
quit
turkeys
drinking.
hit you, that's fine and dandy. What bothers me is when that big old buck stands there in the middle of the road looking at you.
Well, I got one bigger than that. There, chasing tail. A mama bear with her two cubs.
Yeah,
All of a sudden appears at the creek down there.
yeah.
And you can't and you're driving one of them old Hondas that they couldn't get in reverse quick enough. I mean, because it had to click in at the top of you, and it wouldn't want to go in reverse. And that mama bear looked like she was kind of hungry that day. So.
I almost hit a wild turkey before. Man, that wild turkey, I was on my Harley, ain't got that good of brakes, and that turkey had his whole neck out. He was running towards the side road. I'm sliding around on that back brake. He's running, and I'm trying to stop like we were working together to both try and not die. And it was it was a close one. We both lived through that one.
You didn't pluck a tail feather?
Just about. I could have probably reached down and grabbed it, but you know, them turkeys ain't the brightest things either. But
No.
that thing, it must have used all its intelligence. It had to get out of the way.
Well, I got back when I used to drive a truck before I got retired. I had a whole line of guineas run out in the road, and they were running on a line. Them's the stupidest birds I have ever seen in my life. They're all running in a line. I got nowhere to go. Okay, and so that ain't that daggone semi truck. I just had to go all over about 9 or 10 of them. And on that same hill, I topped up one day. I was running about 60, 65 miles an hour on roads, and all of a sudden there was a damn cow in the road. I did have to do some slamming on brakes and swinging trailers around and all that stuff to not hit him. I mean,
Yeah, I used to have a girlfriend that hit a cow. But Timmy said something about ducks. You know, one time I had a duck. It flew up right on my hood, and that thing ramped up my windshield. It was kind of cool, and I think it lived. You know, and that thing, you could see it just shoot off in the air. But that was kind of neat. I'm pretty sure it lived. I mean, I'm not positive, but it seems like it lived.
I would have been taking my left arm and grabbing it by the neck.
Well, I tell you, that thing was flying. You wouldn't have caught him. He was, man, that
He
thing.
ramped up that windshield. You better believe I'm grabbing him.
You know, it happened so quick. I'll tell you, Richard, that thing, it was fast. That thing just come out of nowhere. Shoo.
Oh yeah.
He probably wanted to do it again. I
Oh,
think he
yeah.
liked it.
Yeah.
but like I said, I did it. I ran across them on the four-wheel, and that ain't fun when you got them coming in front of you and back behind you, and you trying to avoid them. I mean, you're right on the edge of the creek bank anyway, so you can't snatch the steering wheels on the daggum thing because you run off in the daggum creek.
Yep.
I mean,
The worst thing I ever hit was a big porcupine.
Ooh.
ouch.
I made it about 3 miles up the road past where I hit him, and I was sitting on two flats.
That's what I was fixing to say. You probably had a bunch of flat tires.
Yep.
No tires.
There was quills up in the lower radiator hose, stuffed in the hole all around the inside of the tires. I was like, how the heck?
That's not good.
No, that's not good.
There's only two things I will actually stop for on the road now, and that's big skunks and porcupines.
Well, we had one last night. I was out here in the shop watching a movie, and there's a daggum skunk. That someone tried to keep me corralled inside the shop for about an hour last night. Every time I'd open the door, there's a whiff of him popped in, coming through the doors. I said, well.
Yeah, and if you got your dog out there, that ain't no fun neither.
No, I had at least took her in, so she wasn't out here. But I mean, it started getting cool. I mean, it's about 60 degrees out here now, so it probably won't be long before I go back in the house. But this is kind of my man cave, and I just come down here and sit around and fiddle around. I've got to get my truck fixed so I can get it in here. But like I said, I got to clean up too damn much junk before I can do it.
Well, don't pull the truck in, back the truck up. That way you can throw it all in the back of the truck and then park it in there.
Yeah, but I got the bed off of the truck. I'm trying to redo this truck. So I mean, it's a '91 Chevrolet Silverado, but I mean, so I done took the bed off of it, scraped down, working on the frame, cleaning it up because I mean, this was a South Carolina car. It ain't got probably 2 spots of rust about that big around in the whole truck. So,
I'm surprised living up here. I bought my truck. I got an 07 GMC I bought out of Florida. Crew cab, 6-foot box. I've been up here, a little over 6 years now. Surprisingly, I don't have any rust started on it.
That's a good thing. I mean,
yeah, because once you get rust starting, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is a '91. It ain't never really seen a winter time. So, I mean,
mine has.
Well, mine's seen winter, but I don't drive it in the winter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I got in 2015 up there for. Once that's my rust. That'll be my rust bucket when it starts rusting. I'll let it rust. Yeah. But I mean, that's why this one here is the first brand new car I ever bought in my life. It's this '91 Chevrolet pickup. And so once I get it restored again, back up, it's most likely gonna sit in the shop. So I'm not in no big hurry, but I don't want it to get. But I told the old lady that when I croak, she better not put me in no daggum. She better not put me in a hearse. Just throw my ass in the back end of this 6-foot bed truck out here.
There you go.
Throw a couple of tie downs on the back of that, and because I said I'll come back. I told her I'd come back and hone her ass if she put me in a damn hearse.
Hello.
But
yeah, I just tell everybody, make sure when you put me in that coffin, put me in there upside down.
yeah,
That'll give everybody one last chance to kiss my
There you go.
and we'll call it a day.
well, Swamp Donkey. Actually, all of them make that use reclaimed metal nowadays. They did. I mean, for all car brands. Heck, they ain't ever gonna put enough. This actually this beer can's got more metal in it. I think, than that.
No, that beer can's got more aluminum in it
Yeah,
than those
well,
those new Ford pickup trucks that came out.
yeah,
Yeah, with the aluminum beds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go too good.
No, they had a good idea, but it wasn't so good.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you don't drop nothing heavy in it, it's all right. And pointed and short.
Yeah, but they showed a guy loading mulch in one and it collapsed the side.
Wow.
Mhm. Well, that's one way to solve the rust issue.
Yeah.
The
But
pine bark
We were
mulch.
going, remember when the government was trying to go to all this, all the vehicles got to have 32 miles to the gallon and
Oh,
all
boy.
that EPA stuff was starting to come in. Well, that's when Ford turned around and they tried to lighten up all their trucks so they could get better fuel economy.
well, didn't they tell them that after 5 years they would lighten their own damn self up with all this road salt on them and all that stuff?
That's up north. What about the ones down south?
Well, most even down south, they take them out through the woods and everything else, so they knock the sides off of them. I mean, have you ever seen a real southern redneck's truck? I mean, it's tore all to pieces. I mean,
Well, that's a year after they own it, yeah. Either that or you need a ladder to get in it.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
You know, some of those guys have the right idea, but what they lack is all right, you put it 6 feet up in the air. Well, if you take a tape measure and go down and measure up that axle, how far up the ground is it?
yeah.
Foot and a half?
But yeah, that's right on the hog head of the transmission. The only thing you can do is put bigger tires on it. The hog head is on the rear ends. On the rear ends is going to still be
Yeah.
relatively close to the same height it was to start with. So,
Yep.
Yeah, you got to put bigger tires on it.
well,
Yeah.
but Cajun, even if you put bigger tires on it, you're not going to raise it maybe 6 inches, 6 to 8 inches.
That's 8 inches more that you got that you didn't have.
Yeah, but I mean,
Makes a big difference.
yeah, but that's still, like I said, that still ain't that still don't benefit you by jacking up 6 foot tall.
Oh no, we're not. Yeah, that's
Six-
ridiculous.
see, the body might not hit nothing, but the axles is what's going to kick you and bog you down anyway. So
Oh yeah. That's when you need to get a truck like Whistling Diesel got.
Yeah.
yeah,
I seen some of those.
Yeah,
You
that
see
big-
that?
That
You see
second
that
one he
tank
built.
he got?
That what?
That tank?
No, I saw it in a thumbnail though.
He's got it.
Not long
He's
ago.
got it. That boy plays havoc with his police department and the people in the courthouse over there.
Yeah, he got him a ticket one time in Florida for floating his truck, going in the sound with it off of Pensacola or wherever it was.
Yeah.
Destin, Pensacola. He put his truck. He got them extra big tires on it. He floated his truck, got a ticket because he didn't have numbers on it like a boat.
Yeah. He said, I got numbers on it. They're on the front and on the back. That wasn't good enough.
No, they were just numbers. It wasn't an official registration number.
yeah, it wasn't official boat registration numbers.
Right.
But then they started finally all these all these kids over here, they started, all of them was buying, I guess daddy was giving them the money to buy them a new truck or something or other because there ain't no way in the world they could spend $60,000 or $70,000 on a new truck. And then the funny thing is, they dropped the ass in down to where the bumper wasn't off the ground that far.
Oh yeah, they
I
were
mean,
front end.
Carolina
They were
Squad.
skyjacking the front end,
Yeah,
and lowering the rear end.
yeah,
Yeah, they
Carolina
got a law
Squad.
now. They got a
Yeah,
law
they-
that you got to have your front bumper. If it's higher than 34 inches or something like that, you're getting a ticket.
Yep.
Yeah, and then well, actually, if it's got a squat and ain't got no trailer behind it, I mean, it better. Nowadays, they will fine you for just the squat part.
Yeah. Yeah, you impairing your line of vision doing that. You can't see in front of you. You know,
Yeah.
close to the front of you. You can't see.
Yeah.
You know, a kid runs out in the road or something like that. You can't see that. Hell, an adult runs out in front of you on the road. You can't see that. You jack the front end so high.
Well, I can't comment on that because a adult run across the interstate in front of me, and I clean him out. So that's where my cuckoo-ness came into. So that's talking about that's making flashbacks there a little bit on occasion. But
Well, sorry about that.
that's no problem.
Sake. They're having a whole different conversation in the chat.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter. I just popped up.
We're talking about redneck
was
trucks.
going live tonight, so
Yeah, you got
Redneck
trucks,
Why not?
Wild turkey.
trucks on the screen and liquor in the chat.
Yeah, but we were talking about wild turkeys earlier. And when I was driving, I had my own truck. I was up at Palmetto, but that's north of me because I was raised on the coast. Palmetto's like 50 miles from the coast, and I was up at Palmetto, and we're delivering rock and spreading rock with our dump trailers. And I was coming back empty to go get another load of limestone, and that damn wild turkey come and hit one of my passenger side stack on my truck. And I stopped and I looked for that turkey and I couldn't find that sucker for nothing.
they're pretty tough, believe it or not.
They are. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
There's an old boy that was behind me. He seen me stop, so he pulled over and he said, "Man, that turkey ran off in the woods over there when he hit you." He said, "I saw it happen." He said, "I didn't see the turkey hit your stack." He said, "I seen him bounce off of it."
Well, you going through them swamps down there, you liable to run over a 20 feet high.
Yeah, they don't call that little town Palmetto for nothing. Ain't nothing but the woods and Palmetto's up in the woods.
Yep.
Palmetto the bugs, Palmetto this, Palmetto that. Yeah, there's all kinds of them named after Palmetto. So,
Yeah, thank God they didn't come out with Palmetto whiskey.
well,
They might. Yeah, they might have it in Florida. Swamp
Hey.
cabin. Call it swamp cabin.
well, I mean, South Carolina is the Palmetto state, where I come from. So there's probably some damn moonshine out there that's called Palmetto.
Well, that's a whole different story. We're just that's a non-watered down stuff there.
Yeah.
We got it up here too, but it's few and far between.
Yeah, well, I'm from Carolina. I live in Virginia right now, and down in the Carolinas, so in other words, these three states, you can still buy it pretty easy. I mean,
Oh yeah, you
I
ain't
don't know
far
where
from
you
the
wanna look.
Appalachians.
Yeah.
yeah, anywhere you want to look.
Well, you in the Appalachians. You halfway up a mountain.
Yeah, I'm sitting on top of a mountain where I'm at. Um, but I mean, but it's kind of cold where I'm at now. Right now, I mean, we to be honest with you, we have actually missed summer so far. I mean, it's just got to the 70s and low 80s is our high temperature yet. I mean, we usually have 90 to 100-degree days, but we ain't had none of that this year.
No,
We have.
this is the first time up here that we've actually hit 80 degrees, but it was only for a couple hours, and then it got right back down into the cold weather again. Mama H, thank you for showing.
Hey,
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 Hamster's a
dude,
little hot.
hamsters. Sounds swamped on. Yeah, up here in Indiana, it's been cold, but we had a couple days where it got warm. I think it's supposed to start getting warm, but it's been cold. You know, which I'm all the way up north on the Michigan border, so you know, it ain't really the warmest climate here, but you know, our summers still get warm enough. It ain't as cold as where Richard's at.
yeah, but you got to say, trying to figure out what a Hoosier is. So I mean, when you talk about it,
What, the tire?
no,
No, that's what they call that's what they call people from Indiana as Hoosiers.
I know,
but
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Hoosier
Also,
Daddy.
they use that out in St. Louis too. They call people Hoosiers in St. Louis too for some reason.
Yeah, that I don't understand.
Well, you're right
Yeah.
next to you're not far from Indiana, right?
Say
You're
it
not
again,
far at
please.
all. You're right at St. Louis, yeah, or is it Louisville?
No,
Louisville's right on the border.
Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville.
But
Okay.
St. Louis ain't too far. It ain't too
No, it's,
far.
it's Illinois. It's next to Illinois.
Other side of Illinois, you know, from us. You know,
Missouri.
you probably closest, like you could be about a couple hours between St. Louis and Indiana, maybe from like the closest place of St. Louis to Indiana be about a couple hours maybe. It ain't super far. I mean, you know,
Thank you
it's
for stopping by, Mama H.
but nobody knows what Hoosier means. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I like it though. I like the way it sounds, but I couldn't tell you what it means.
Thanks for coming in, Swamp Donkey.
Well, you could be a Buckeye down Big Nut from a tree. I mean,
Ohio.
Oh yeah, yeah. They live up to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Buckeye.
Buckeye State.
yeah.
No,
I
Bug.
mean, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, I got family from Ohio, and they're all crazy. But I mean, Ohio's an all right state, though. Ohio's all right. There's a lot of different kind of areas in Ohio.
yeah. It's,
A different kind of cultures.
Yep.
Well, if you think about it, in here we got the North, the Midwest, and the South. Then Timmy's over in Malaysia. Mama H is over in Hawaii. Easy Lee is over in Malaysia. Sam's Chronicle, I forgot where he's at.
Seems like Australia.
I forget where Sam's from. I've seen him around.
Yeah, and
fun.
Swamp Donkey's up in Canada, north of me. So yeah, we got it all covered.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
well, has Trudeau quit setting fires to the whole country up there yet, or what?
Sam in Australia.
Thank you, Swamp Donkey. No, they started back up. They got some rain and put some of the smaller ones out, but the big ones are still roaring.
I know we getting all the smoke settling around here that's coming from Canada.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
say,
we got some of that, but not as bad as I think out there. You guys got a lot, didn't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting on top of the mountains. And,
Right.
I mean, we can't see the town from the top.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna rain out, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a little bit hot here, and then when all those fires really got going, the weather just dropped.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Blocking
why
the
our
sun.
weather's been cold. I think something to do with is them fires.
This is
Blocking
the
the
second
sun.
year in a row for them, though.
Yeah. Well,
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about it last year. I'm just hearing about it.
No, they had a real big
this
one
time.
last year up there too.
Oh, okay. Did it affect New York and all that like it did now? Like it is now?
No, it affected the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
but I mean, I was looking at it. I was looking at a thing the other day on a radar channel, and it looks like all when it got to Quebec, the whole state of Quebec caught on fire at one time. I mean, they must have had a whole line of people going down through there setting fires.
Yeah.
You
When it
know,
got to
Canada,
Quebec.
though, is a lot of forests and crap, man. Almost all the people just live like on the United States border, and then everything else. I mean, generally. I mean, I know it ain't all like that, but there's a lot of it like that.
Well,
Quebec
lot of-
and that is the most populated out of all the people in Canada. Quebec has more people in that one area, you know, like north of Detroit and all that up there by Laval and there. I got cousins up there.
that's
You know, that's where my
Ontario.
ancestors
Yeah, that's
came
Ontario.
Yeah.
And
Well-
just that closest spot by Detroit,
Yeah.
Quebec, and all that. That's the most populated area in Canada. There's more people there than all of the rest of Canada.
Thank you,
Ontario
hamster.
there, but on the other side of up there at Niagara Falls and everything from east of there is Quebec. So, I mean, so it's all Ontario and Quebec are both are kind of where they steal all the votes from for Canada to keep that Trudeau in. So,
Yeah. But, you know, it don't matter where you're at in the world. All these politicians are all a bunch of yo-yos anyway. Just about.
Oh,
You
yeah. They
know,
figure they know what's best for you.
Yeah. Yeah, anymore. I mean, you know, they'll say a bunch of things too, but mostly they're all just a bunch of liars anyway.
They're right up there with the lawyers and the transmission guys. So
Yeah.
no offense to any transmission mechanic, you know, but hey, I'm just putting it out there.
Thank you, Hapsters. Happy Father's Day. It's hard to believe it's Father's Day.
Yeah. Thank you.
Got
I
more
thought it was
hours.
12 o'clock when you said that. And my daughter got with me today and wished me happy Father's Day.
Well, that's good.
well, I'm gonna have to go visit. I'm gonna have to visit my daughter on Father's Day. So sad part about it, she didn't live, so I got to go to visit her grave, I guess.
Yeah, sorry to hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was born just a little bit too early to survive.
Yeah.
She lived 97 minutes, so that did make me a father. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, for sure, you know. For sure.
yeah.
Jimmy, I'm only in the naughty corner when I'm in Yad's channel. Stop.
The naughty corner.
Yeah, Yad's had Popeye 1 up on her panel, and somehow something about hands. I was at work and I was listening. So I couldn't resist. I typed in the chat that, yeah, I like a slow hand now and then. And I don't think half of the chat caught what I had texted in there. But Timmy, she caught that real quick.
And then you went to the naughty corner.
Yep. I was in the naughty corner.
Hey, if I wasn't in the naughty corner, I wouldn't know how to act. So.
Well, see, they're 13 hours difference for me when they go live. So when I'm at work, 8 o'clock in the morning, it's 9 o'clock at night when they go live. So like I go live now and it's their morning over there. It's 10 o'clock in the morning over there. So.
Yeah, I mean, I used to kind of be worldwide, but now it's mostly just mainly from the Mississippi over just about. Other than Cajun and a few of, I mean,
we all just got to get back together again and start bringing our channels together, and then we'll be covered all over again.
Yeah, but the sad part about it is, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I used to be part, most of my crowd was motorcycle people and stuff like that, motorcycle riders. And all of a damn sudden, they either got married, got girlfriends, or whatever else, and it all died. I mean, it just
about how it is. That's about how it is. That's motorcycles. You either get an old lady that makes you quit or die on that thing. I'm telling you, but.
Well, I mean, that was my majority group was motorcycles, and when YouTube started cracking down on that hoodlum stuff, the popping wheelies,
right,
all that stuff, then all of a sudden they quit their channels, and now I don't ever see any of them anymore. So.
Huh.
Yeah, they really did start cracking down on that too.
Yeah.
I used to do videos on I took all that stuff down because, but I'll think about it too, I used to be pretty dangerous and I don't really like to encourage that no more. I really have a lot of second thoughts about some of the things I've done in life, and I mean, it is what it is. You do what you do in life, but
yeah.
I don't know if I really want to teach people to do some of the stuff I've been doing.
Well, I mean,
I don't plan on it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
California, a lot of them was California and stuff like that, and they brag about being able to lane split down but they would be doing it while the traffic is still actually flowing pretty daggum good, and they just cut between. I mean, plus I spent 20 years of driving a semi truck, so the last thing I wanted to see was a motorcycle splitting traffic.
Oh yeah,
but that is scary.
Well, the thing about it is when you start, doing stuff like that, you really start feeling invincible because you think you're seeing everything and you think you're under control, but really it just only takes one little thing. And, when you wreck, it happens so fast.
Well, you may be under control, but that semi truck he's got to look at you on a daggum mirror that wide and that tall. So, I mean, if he don't see you in that little friggin' mirror coming up behind him, I mean, all it takes is for the wind to catch him and blow and rock him a little bit.
Yeah.
And look what's gone. I mean.
Yeah. Well, in them big cities, like in Chicago and stuff, you go down 94 and man, some of them guys, because I'll be going like 90 miles an hour or whatever, and those guys will fly past you like you're sitting still. in between, that's in kind of I mean, same thing with California. Same thing, down in Texas, Chicago, Texas, California, some of them places. Heck, probably out there in Virginia on 64. They drive pretty crazy between Richmond and Richmond and what's that called? The Hampton Roads area, all that.
Yeah, I mean it's everywhere. I mean I'm probably 20 miles from what they call the tail of the dragon, where I'm living. At. So I mean, you know what they do when you say tail of the dragon, you know what that means for motorcycles.
That's you get a lot of.
I mean, that
sports
means
cars and motorcycles.
Yeah, and that means they're gonna be flying. They're gonna be trying to do all the daggum craziness. I mean, they got to do that knee sliding and all that stuff, laying them over and running curves.
Yeah, that's them. What you call that dog? What's the nickname? Crotch rockets. They'll do all that knee sliding like the professional motorcycle racers, But ain't no Harley rider gonna do that. Not on the Dragon Tail. No, they want it for the nice ride, all the turns.
Well, if any place you show up and in the first curve you see Kilroy or what's that other one? But if you see Kilroy photos and you keep seeing those guys that are taking pictures on it, then you better just move over and ride the guardrail because them damn motorcycles are coming at you. So
but some of them Harley riders could get pretty stupid too, man. You get those Dynas, like my Harley's pretty built. I mean, it's not as fast as a crotch rocket, but I mean, you could still easily kill yourself on that thing.
Dude, I see these guys on the big fat fendered bikes riding wheelies.
Yeah.
The big old baggers.
Yep. Yeah, I was racing a guy.
The bike weighs triple the amount he does, and he's over there riding wheelies on a bagger.
I was racing a guy on a bagger, and every time he, in first, second, and third gear, that they would lift up just from the power. Just from the power on that big old bagger, man. Some of them Harleys ain't slow. I mean, they're still, of course, you're going to get a crotch rocket going a lot faster than any Harley, when you're talking about, but there's definitely some idiots out there on Harleys.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, but it's how anything is in life, you start getting a little too carried away and things can get bad quickly.
Well, I got a friend that lives right next to Kansas City, Missouri, and every night, every time he'd get on my stream, he would drive. He would do 80, 90 mile an hour down across 70.
You talking about Wild Man?
No, not Wild Man.
Oh, okay.
But Wild Man's another one that will drive
He's
like
a
crazy.
nut.
But I mean, his the one I'm talking about was Holler Moto. I mean, he was every Saturday night he was out drag racing Mustangs. I said, can't you? I mean, street racing Mustang. I said, can't you find something else besides a damn Mustang to race? I mean, come on.
That's the only one he could beat.
Yeah, I guess it must have been. Must have been exactly what it was, but
I hadn't seen Wild Man since he told us about that old Bart, tolling the front end of his truck.
yeah, I got on. He put a video up the other day, and I got on him about it. I said, "What is it? You became famous, and now you want to be now you don't even want to." They don't even want to come visit nobody or nothing else. I mean,
Yeah, sometimes they get burnt out. They do too much too fast. Then they just become burnt out, so they got to back off for a while.
well, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. I mean, I ain't put out a video. I mean, I put live streams out, but I ain't put out a video in probably 2 years now.
Yeah.
'Cause,
It was a while I hadn't put a video, but I started back.
I
Well,
mean, it's
believe it or not, when you do your live stream, I do believe they consider that as a video.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
it is a
they also
video. After it turns into one, after you finish
yeah,
your
actually,
live, it turns into a video. But
Yeah.
me and Missy, we hadn't done a cooking video. It was a while we hadn't done that. But it was my health too.
that's
Yeah, well,
I had them 2 stints in the hospital.
when you got a wife that loves to cook and we're over here drooling at the most because
Yeah.
you're cooking something we like, what do you expect?
Yeah,
hot Cajun.
everybody loves Cajun food. Yeah, where's
Just
where's your
Yeah.
pins at? Where's your
just
pins?
be careful. Be careful. I ain't got my pens with me. I would have seen you a minute over here.
Yeah,
I mean-
I increased his sugar just talking about the food.
Yeah, I mean,
Cajun food, man. Look, everybody loves Cajun food. I hadn't met a person yet that didn't like Cajun food.
well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I watch a lot of the who's a Cajun down there? I can't remember his YouTube name. Cracker?
Yeah, yeah. The put it on a cracker, and
Yeah.
Oh
cook
yeah,
all that
cracker.
food at once.
Drinks the beer and eat
Yep.
crackers. Yeah,
I like his videos. They're funny.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
he's a
he's
good one.
around. I think he's around Lafayette, Breaux Bridge area,
Yeah.
somewhere out there.
But he gives back to the community a lot too.
Yeah, I seen him cooking for some people and stuff like that. He seems like a pretty alright guy. But a lot
Well,
of them
you'd be
Cajuns,
pretty
a lot
all
of them
right
Cajuns
too
are
if you sat
good
there and
guys,
drank
so
a case of beer all day cooking.
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I got to answer this, and here it is. The Hasters, yeah, South Carolina gets pretty rowdy down there in bike week. I mean, and then, I mean, it's actually 2 weeks of it because you got the Harley week, and then you got the
Sport bike.
then you got the sports bikes. I mean, and stuff like that. So, I mean, sports bike week down there, they go pure crazy with trying to they throw the furniture out to take a motel. A lot of motels won't even open up that week. I mean, because it's all hipster stuff and
No, because soon
all
as you
that other
open up the
stuff.
door, all you see is all the sports bikes in the rooms.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why it got that. I mean, but usually, for the most part, when the Harleys is down there, for the most part, they respect, they respect everybody's, respect each
Right.
other. I mean, even the Hells Angels and the dangum outlaws and the pagans and all that junk, they out there drinking beer together. I mean, rock with the rockers. I mean, but then again, somebody gets pissed off, and I have been down there when they've had shootouts too. I mean, so
Yeah.
It just take one thing.
Daytona Bike Week's the same way.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
One night I had just left an area because I used to live about 90 miles from Myrtle Beach, so whenever I would just ride down there, ride my car. I would drive my car because I never was a real biker much. I ride my car, drive it down there, and that was always a day trip for me. So I wasn't. So I never could stay in the motels.
Yeah, but back then Myrtle Beach wasn't as big as it is now.
Well, yes and no. I mean, but I would go down there. I had a Shriner friend of mine. Well, he was a Shriner, and they used to have the Shriners and the bikers, the Harley guys. on the same weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, but why the Shriners would always pick the backer week to go down there to have their convention and all at Myrtle Beach was because the backers would hand out money a whole lot quicker than anybody else will, as far as like the Shriners hospitals
Yep.
and stuff like that. So they could really rack up on money whenever with the biker crowd down there. I mean, they would easily give you a $10 bill for one of the little fezzes, little funky looking fezzes, Shriners fezzes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
When
my
I
buddy,
was going through my schooling in the service, we used to go out the back gate of Camp Lejeune. It was like a 45-minute ride, and we'd be right there at Myrtle Beach.
I mean, like I
But
said,
I'm talking back in the early 80s when that happened.
well, this was back in the early '80s. Whenever I was doing that stuff. I mean, my friend had a house down at the campground down there, but he was a car dealer, and he would always for that week he would either go buy some kind of convertible or a Corvette or something else. So all I do is go to go to the go down to the campground, and he'd have all that. He'd have something like that, some kind of crazy car to drive around down there for the bikes and all this
Right.
stuff. I mean, for the Shriners and all that stuff. So, I mean, it was a fun time going down there. I mean, the whole damn street be lined up with bikes, and one they try to do the noise ordinance or something on them, put the noise ordinance on them, and one guy'd get on his bike on this end, and he'd rev it up wide open with a straight pipe on it. The guy then the cop run down there, and the guy on the other end would crank his up and start revving it up. Then just as soon as he got down there, he'd turn around and the cop in the middle, the bike in the middle would crank up and start revving his. They kept them daggone cops hopping all night long.
Oh yeah.
But there wasn't driving and drinking, and I mean they were drinking, but they wasn't. They most time they were smart enough not to get on the bike.
Yeah. Once
they
everybody
all-
picked up on the stand and they would start drinking, that's right where they stayed till closing time.
And,
Yeah, you start drinking and riding them motorcycles. I tell you,
well,
hey,
that's the thing about the Sportster bikes. Now they have hell of a lot more trouble out of the Sportster riders than they do because they're young punks and think they're badasses. I mean, if they'd come down the week before and want to play badass, now them young ones would be badass. I mean, them older fellas would teach them young kids, little whippersnappers, something new.
Teach them a trick or two.
Yeah, I mean, because them old farts riding them Harleys, they ain't far from their 12 their bang toys. I can tell you that. I mean,
Yep.
yeah,
they got a bang toy real close.
yeah, but I mean, the young guys are gonna be the young guys, and that's just the thing, and a lot of them guys, they won't live through it, because all that carrying on like that, a lot of people do lose their life thinking they're more than what they really are, especially when you get liquor involved, some guys don't make it through. Some don't, but I don't know.
Well, guys, I got to jump out of here. I got a steak waiting for me to cook and potatoes to bake.
Wait,
All right. That's enough of that.
what?
Now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, now, Cajun.
Somebody
What did
talking
you
about
say?
food again.
When when are we? When do you want me down
Come on. Oh, speaking of that, how far are you from Roanoke, Darryl?
there? 50 miles.
Well, hell, you probably can meet up with Johnny Best if you want.
Where's he at? He's rolling up.
He's going to, yeah, they're leaving in the morning. He's going up there. His brother's in hospice.
Oh, okay.
He's got a brain tumor, and they did surgery on it a couple times, and it came back, and it came back with a vengeance. So
They flying in or they driving up?
they drive it. He's,
Well,
he's going. He's going with his sister and his brother-in-law.
Thank you, Mama Hamsters, for coming in.
So
They're not
he's been in hospice a couple days, so they don't know what to expect. He might be awake and aware when they get there. He might not. So, but
Well,
if-
they most likely gonna come right through here. So I mean, tell them if they're coming up. You know, if they get the 80 up to I-81, tell them to give me a call. Give Johnny Best my number if they need anything. I'll do
Alright.
what I can to help them. I mean,
they already got hotel rooms reserved, and his sister called him yesterday and said, I got its rooms already, John. You ain't got to worry about calling. I got its rooms. He said, I got one room. I got 2 queen beds. He said, I'm going to sleep in one, and you and Bob's going to sleep in the other. Bob's his sister's husband. She was making a joke.
so she wanted the whole bed.
Yeah, she wanted the whole bed to herself.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, just tell them if they get. I mean, we're 50 miles down south on 81. So if they need, give Johnny Best my phone number, and if he needs anything, let me know, and I'll
Okay.
try to do what I can for him. You know, if they got a breakdown or something else, I would try my best to help them if I can.
Oh, okay. Well, I think say y'all could probably do a little meet and greet
Yeah.
somewhere. You can meet them somewhere on the road, like a little cafe
Yeah, I
or
mean-
something
I
like
mean,
that,
If
a
they get
Whataburger or something.
if they get down to, I mean, if they're coming up Withville, or that's where I usually meet most everybody. But but if they come on up a little bit further up 81, which is going toward Roanoke, I mean, we can meet right here in this town, in our town here. But just let them know. I mean, give Johnny our number, and especially if in that way if they get up here and they need something or something else,
Right.
I ain't got a whole lot, but I will give them what I got. So,
All right. I'll do that. I told them to call me when they get there. They leave it in the morning, probably about 6 o'clock. So they'll get over there about 7 tomorrow night. Well, it depends. It's 13 hours of driving.
yeah,
Yeah, but it depends on how much traffic's going to be on the highway, too.
well, tomorrow's a holiday, so there will be a lot of people coming.
But a lot of people at home though for Father's Day.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people still coming and going, but
Yep.
But on the interstate, at that I-90, whatever it is, I-95 corridor, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna go up through Atlanta, like get off at Mobile or Slidell by New Orleans and go up 59 or by Mobile or what, 65, I-65. I don't know which way they're gonna go.
They straightened that highway out going through Mobile.
You mean I-10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or is that still a pothole road?
Oh no, no, the
Yes.
interstate. No, that's a good road. I-65 too. I lived in Alabama for Mississippi and Alabama all together about 9-10 years. My work brought me over there. I had a house in Mississippi. I was living right on the line. Alabama Mississippi state line.
Well,
I was there for Katrina.
uh, Louisiana was the one that was always the thump, the thump, the thump, the thump, because you go across the
like
bridge across. I mean,
but like from Baton Rouge to that bridge, that was a bad road there. From
yeah.
all the way from the Baton Rouge Mississippi River Bridge all the way to that 20-mile bridge
Man,
on I-10. That was a bad road.
if you had false teeth in, they were coming out.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna jet out. And look,
Thank
y'all
you,
know the
David.
route.
Good
You
to
got-
meet you.
It was good
Mr.
seeing
Cage,
you. It was good
Coin
meeting
Hunter.
you,
Hey,
Bird.
You
Timmy,
got my
good
phone
seeing
number.
you. I sure do.
So give it to
Johnny Best.
Johnny and them if they get up this way and something happens or something other.
I sure will.
I'll
He's gonna call me. I think he said he's gonna call me when they get over there.
Okay, well,
So,
just tell them to let me know what's going on.
All right.
You know,
uh,
if they need anything.
Chase and Tail, appreciate the link. Appreciate you having me up here.
Yes, sir.
And y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later.
And tell
Blue
Johnny
Dot.
to send my steak.
All right.
Tell Johnny to bring my steak.
Yeah. Hey, I hate to join in the leaving, but I gotta get going too, Sir Richard, because it's getting a little late here. But
Yeah, no worries there, Bird.
thank you for having me, Sir Richard. Mr. ATVs, it's nice to meet you too, sir. You guys take care, Timmy. If you could hear me, take care too, Timmy. Thank you guys all, man. I hopefully see you guys around, okay?
Yeah, Bird,
right.
we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You guys take care, all right?
All right, have a nice night.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Have a nice night.
But yeah. I'm
All right, Richard. I like to say, time for me to leave as well.
Okay,
Uh-oh. Well,
that's
I'm
all
gonna
right.
try-
Oh,
Timmy's a little under the weather and not feeling good, so when she takes her medication, it makes her eyes close.
yeah, well,
yeah.
the wife was kind of the same way. She ain't been feeling good neither, so
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah,
that's
nice
why
to
I'm
meet
out here
you,
in the
sir,
shop. Like,
ATVs, and nice to meet you, sir, ATVs, and see you around YouTube.
okay, thank you, Timmy. And
Bye, bye, Word. Bye, Richard.
bye.
Bye.
I mean, but I mean, yeah. So how's things been? Actually, how's things going up there where you're at, Jason?
Busy.
Well, hopefully, I mean, you know, I still piddle around as far as the trucking business goes. And it seems like the rates and stuff are picking up a little bit, but I mean,
We have,
the economy was
yeah,
real bad off there for a while, but
ever since that 19 hit,
Yeah.
we stayed steady all through it. And then the past 2 years, we have just grown for our customer clientele.
that's real good then. I mean,
Well, it's real good, but it's real hard on us older guys that are working in the shop.
yeah, well, that just means that if things are doing excellent, a lot better, that means that the big boss up front has got to look at what y'all got to deal with, and he should be helping.
Oh,
You know,
he
getting
helped.
some-
Believe me,
getting
he
you
helped.
some help in there. So
Yeah. Well, up here, there's a lot of guys don't get into the heavy equipment mechanical side of things.
yeah,
So
well, that's
for the
that's
guys that are in it, they're going to stay in it till they retire. And once they retire, that's it.
well, you know, you every time you turn on the television or something like that, the the ATA or somebody is always fussing and saying there's no truck there's that they need to drop the age of truck drivers and this and that and the other. Well, there is no shortage of truck drivers in actuality. Yes, there's a lot of us that's gotten too old and the roads beat us up too daggone much. But you know, the thing about it is they don't these companies is gonna have to learn that people ain't gonna. I mean, they don't understand the part that a truck driver, regardless of whether his logbook says I'm off duty or not,
Right.
I mean, 24 hours a day, whenever that truck was off the yard, 24 hours a day, I was still responsible. You know, I was always responsible for that load that was in that trailer, regardless. And so, I mean, and when you average it out, where you're barely making minimum wage. I mean, by
Oh,
the
yeah.
time you figure out 24 hours a day on a 24-hour schedule on a 24-hour clock, it don't matter what that logbook puts you down as. You know, you're still, if something happens to that truck and you're supposed to be sleeping, well, guess what? I got to get up and fill out a bunch of paperwork because somebody running in the back of me or
Yeah.
the truck stop. Somebody tore the front end off my truck or whatever else. I mean, or somebody broke into my daggum trailer.
You
I
know
got
what got me kind of bent out of shape was when they started going to these electronical ebooks in the trucks.
yes,
And
that's
then
why
they started incorporating them into a safety mode to where you can't do the speed limit. It minimizes everything to get the truck off the highway so you can park and do
Yeah.
your downtime.
yeah, it's gotten so ridiculous. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they say you
That's
know
why a lot of guys don't want to drive anymore.
that's exactly. I mean, and then on top of that, a lot of these companies are putting uh, forward-facing cameras, inside-facing cameras at the operator.
Oh, yeah. So
Okay,
you can't have nothing to drink. You can't snack on
no,
anything.
no, and all that stuff. I mean, so in other words, if you don't trust me with a damn with a with a $200,000 piece of equipment plus whatever I'm hauling,
Right.
I mean, if you can't trust me with if you trust me with that on the road, then I mean, now you want to screw me over by trying to catch me doing something
Well, that
that
was, see, I had that same problem when I got out of the service. In the service, I could work on multi-million dollar pieces of equipment. No questions asked, just do your job, get it done, let's go. Well, I
yeah,
got out and I tried to get into one of these shops, and they were like, oh no, we can't accept you. And I could never understand why. But
you was too experienced. I mean, it's kind of like with me. Okay, I I drove for the same company for 10 years. Okay, most truck drivers change jobs like
every
like
two.
like everybody changes underwear. I mean,
Right, right.
but I mean, I didn't do that. I stayed with one company for 10 years, and and the sad part about it was they what they did was they kind of forced me to leave the company. I mean, I was happy with the company. I knew where all the freight went. I knew where all this other stuff. But I mean, but they figured out that by that time I was on at the top of the pay scale.
Yep.
So basically, what they did was they basically forced me out. I
Yeah.
mean, and then when I quit, and I went to calling these other companies up, and they want to start me out like I'm a daggum rookie on as far as price, as far as price
That
goes.
that's the way they all do it, though.
And so I mean, it kind of forced my hand into going and buying my own truck. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, and and that's I mean, I done good my first year with owning my own truck. The the second, second and third year was when I had problems because I had it. I mean, after all those years of experience, you know, I mean, I made it for probably eight or 7 or 8 years with my experience, with my being on operator. But the thing about it was all of a sudden I was down in Florida. I had a guy run across the interstate highway on foot right in front of my truck. I
Yeah,
had
you told
no
me
I,
about that.
I had nowhere to go.
Yep.
So I mean, and I sat there 15 minutes, and there were people running over. It was before daylight, so everybody was running over this guy, and I'm sitting there and I can't get him out of the road.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that messed me up mentally. Okay, so
Well,
I
that
tried,
would take an effect on just about anybody.
and I mean, I still tried. Once I got my truck fixed and all that stuff, I still tried. But I mean, then you got to worry about the daggum, uh, the civil suits and all this
Yep.
stuff. I mean, I was cleared by 4 different law enforcement agencies, but they still his family still brought a civil suit and all this stuff. And the sad part about it was the jury went ahead and they made it that I was 50% at fault. Only fault I had was I was doing my job that morning.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it went. They went over my truck with a fine tooth comb. They didn't even find as much as one break out of adjustment or anything like that. So it basically, they.
You
But
ain't stopping one of those trucks on a dime,
yeah,
hauling a load, or even empty.
yes, and I mean, I was, like I said, I was cleared by 4 different law enforcement agencies. I mean, the state, the county, the state, the feds, and even the FMCSA. They all cleared me, and so I mean, it was um, it just, and I mean, I tried driving for a year, but by then I would make up excuses not to haul a load. You know, I was pulling a flatbed at the time, and I said I might, uh, I might can, you know, I said this load's got to have tarps. I don't feel like this load's got to have no chains. I don't feel like throwing chains today. This load needs whatever, And I mean, I would make up excuses in my mind not to haul a load. I
Yep.
mean, this one's not paying enough. This one is, you know, but I mean, it was paying enough. It was, everything. But this was kind of in 2007 and 8, so that was kind of when the economy crashed the last time.
Yep.
And so, I mean, it was, but I was all mental. I mean, I pass under an overpass and I see somebody jumping off a damn overpass in front of my truck. I mean, just any little thing would, you know,
Yeah, it sticks in the back of your head for forever, actually.
I mean, I still have nightmares to this day. And
Oh,
but I mean, I'm second generation truck driver. I'm supposed to be big badass truck driver that the world don't, the world can't mess with me. But you know, well, there
Physically,
is,
maybe not at that time, but mentally, any
yeah,
day of the week.
yeah. But anyway, that's I ended up getting behind on truck payments. I ended up getting behind on house payments. I got behind on everything. I ended up going bankrupt. So, I mean, because it wasn't because I didn't know what I was doing or how I was doing it. It was more or less that my mind wouldn't let me do it.
Yep.
Well,
You didn't
in
want
the
him back
mean
in that truck.
and in the meantime, I quit. I wasn't taking my blood pressure medicine like I was supposed to. I wasn't taking my diabetes medicine like I was supposed to. Now I'm on insulin shots, so now I can't drive.
Yeah,
I
no, you
mean,
can't.
now I can't. So, I mean, I probably could drive intrastate, you know, but I mean, why would I? I'm over the road truck driver. Why would
Yep.
I want to just drive around right around here? I mean, I had enough fussing and enough of it was bad enough running the whole country and not just sitting here on the not just sitting here running these daggone mountain roads around here. I mean, my gosh, I mean, I like to get out where I could just ride,
Yep.
but I mean, but it's just so so now. I mean, I got heart problems. I got I got diabetes problems and all this stuff, you know. So so I can't. There's a lot of things I can't do anymore that I used to love to do. I mean, I used to tear, like this '91 Chevrolet here. I could tear the damn the motor apart in it, or the daggum, uh, tear the body apart, which I'm still going to do. But it is it just I just can't get. My motivation's not there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It
I
just takes you
mean,
a little longer. That's all.
yeah, well, that's the problem. See, this happened in 2007. So, so what is that? Over 10, 14, 13, 14 years now, 13, almost 14 years.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's just, like I said, you know, the thing about it is, I mean, my psychiatrist and all that, they got it wrote down as part of my therapy to ride the ATVs and all that stuff. But now they talking about changing changing all the rules and stuff for change for disability and all that stuff. Well, so in other words, that's why I quit doing videos for riding the ATV over here, and and I mean, and just and my work on the cars and stuff. Well, if you able to tear a car apart and all this stuff, well, they don't. The video don't show that it takes me. It took me a damn year to tear it apart, but
Yeah.
I mean, so in other words, it's just a one of them deals,
Yep.
But
Yep.
um,
See, up here they changed the law for the ATVs up here. You can't have two people on unless you have a backstop for the rider.
yeah, yeah, and well, even down here, the wife, me and the wife both have HTVs. That's why the two ATVs part is.
Right.
But I mean, but the thing about it is, I if you watch ATV videos, most of them's out doing the same stuff we was talking about California and the bikers. You know, they're out doing hoodlum stuff
Yeah.
with the ATVs. I mean, when you're living off a daggum Social Security disability check, you can't afford to go out and swamp that daggum ATV every weekend.
No.
I mean, you can't afford to do some of that stuff. So it's just, I mean, we ride out. It's rough terrain, and we run through a creek down here, but we don't. But we promised the man that owned the land down there that we wouldn't sit in a damn spot and just dig it out to be a,
Right.
like everybody else does and all that stuff. So I mean, we enjoy riding down on the creek, riding down there and all this stuff. But we don't want to. But I mean, I don't want. I know the man's 80 some years old, but I want to live up to the promise. If I give a man my word, I try to live up to it. So,
Right.
I mean, his grandkids down there now, they're doing the same stuff. So, they're doing what he told us not to do. But
Well, that's on them. That ain't on you guys.
yeah, but I mean, so and Delisa, she hadn't been feeling good in a while. So basically, we hadn't we hadn't even rode them this year. Like
Oh.
I said, I just put the battery charger on my Polaris the other day and got it charged back up. I mean, I got the battery chargers, one of them little old battery maintainer things. So
Yeah,
it's
the
charging.
trickle charge.
Yeah, trickle charger on her Honda right now. But I mean, we're not, we're really in shape to be riding them. But so ain't no
You know,
there's
know
why
why? You know why they tell you to get on your ATV and
is
ride a little bit?
is to get my mind off of stuff and when you're running a tight wood trail or something other else.
Right. It takes your mind off of it, but it gets you out and physically moving.
That's a lot of what my problem is not actually getting out. I mean, it's going to probably take me 2 or 3 days to clean this shop room, but I got to because I mean I've been 3 or 4 years trying to get this truck fixed, and now I'm at the point where in order to take the doors and the hood and the front fenders off, to try to paint it like it's supposed to be painted. Now, the doggone paint and stuff is doubled. The materials has doubled
Yep.
since 19. So, I mean, it's crazy some of the stuff that has happened, but just getting my butt off the couch. I mean, I know I can't do it fast. Used to be I could have that truck painted in less than a week. But now my body says I can, but just taking that bed off of that something here the other week, I was sore for a week. So
Yeah.
but
Don't feel bad. I'm right there with you too. I work all week and I wake up Saturday morning and my body hurts.
yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't mean to bring extreme down or anything or taste.
Nah,
But I mean,
they're all gone anyways. I'm just over my 2 hour mark, so
that's what I was hoping. That's what I was trying to get you to was to get the 2 hour mark at least.
yeah, that's fine. I'll stay up as long as I'm not monetized, so it don't matter. I'll stay up and talk to anybody.
Well, my channel, I'm not monetized either, so it don't matter. So I'll talk about anything. And
Did you
everything
see they changed that again?
else. I seen it on somebody's channel the other night that they changed it again.
Yeah. Now they dropped your watch hours down to 3,000 because I averaged out 4,000 watch hours a year, 365 days a year, it comes out to 11 point something every day.
Yeah.
So now you got to have 11 hours every day for a year. That's you got to have a big channel to begin with to get that.
Yeah. And I mean, I was monetized years ago, when before they changed went to that profiles. I think you
Right.
had to have like 500 subscribers, and you didn't really have to matter. It didn't matter about the hours. You could get monetized. Okay, well, I mean, there's about $40, $50 floating around in Google space somewhere that they're supposed to be mine, but I can't
Yeah.
cash out until I got to $100. So, but I mean, it's kind of I just quit tired. I just got tired of playing YouTube's game. Most of it. I mean, I only do it now for the friendships that I make.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, most of my crowds, it used to didn't be nothing for me to go way over 100 people watched my streams or whatever else.
I'm happy with 10 or under 10. It doesn't matter to me because I just realized that hey, I'm not a big channel. I put out decent content.
Yeah,
So I'm not really too worried about it. Yeah, it would be nice to be monetized, but hey, it is what it is.
yeah, but like I said, right now I don't have to pay friggin' with not being monetized since I ain't bringing in enough money. I don't have to fill out taxes every year because
Yeah.
the government knows exactly what I'm making. But so in other words, I don't want to screw that up. Things are pretty level, with gas and food prices going up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But at least I've paid off most all of my debt. After I went bankrupt and all that stuff. So so it's I'm still living okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm never going to live the lifestyle I used to make when I was making big money. Yeah, Timmy, yes, it can. And I mean, but there used to be days I was out there by the time I got loaded, unloaded, and everything else. I was there was a lot of days when you're driving a truck that it ended up being 16, 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then backing your logbook up. That was the good thing about paper. You could back up the logbook,
Yeah.
but
You could fudge it.
yeah. But but I mean, like I said, the reason you're seeing a lot more truck wrecks and everything else is they've come up with all kinds of these gimmicks and all this stuff to put the real experienced drivers out of business. I mean, yeah, Mark and them still trying to make it. It's Mark and Mark and
Yeah.
Twisted V. They're still trying to make it and all that stuff. But what they want you to do is have under 2 years daggum experience before you, and then they try to force you, you know, in order to take the pay. I mean, back when I quit that company, I was making 45 cents a mile, and that was big money then.
Yeah.
2007, 2005 or whatever else. Well, they were paying them doggone students that I was training because I was a trainer, and they were paying them 22, 23 cents a mile. So so what if they got in a friggin' wreck or bent the damn truck up or something or else? It was still cheaper for them than it was for me that never did bend up the truck or anything
Yep.
like that. I mean, so it's just the way that the life works. So I mean, but now they got these. Like I said, most of the older guys just driving trucks. Most of us, we're we're not going. You know, a lot of them quit because first off, electronic logbooks. Okay, trucking you're supposed to be free. Okay, free. You know, they give you a load. I get it there, and you know I can get it there on my terms.
Yeah.
Now you locked down to a daggum logbook that's got you, you know, whatever, and
Pulling over every 4 to 8 hours and
yeah, and all
downtime
and all that stuff. I mean, and then you get uh now they want to put inward facing cameras. I wish the heck I wish I would have had a dash camera back in 2007.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'd have loved to have a dash camera because that would have stopped them being able to for the for the civil trial.
Yep.
That would have stopped them cold. But you know, I mean, I was running legal. I mean, I was running. I had my own truck. I didn't need to run illegal no damn more. You
Right.
know, wasn't trying. I mean, I could pick my load. So I mean, I didn't haul cheap shit. You know, the paper loads, the whatever kind of loads. You know, the stuff that you didn't pay nothing and all that stuff. I mean, but then, like I said, that was then. And nowadays, they want. I mean, somebody is. I mean, freight rates are down to a lot of freight rates. Because I still look at the freight orders and stuff. A lot of them is down to $1.20 a mile.
Yeah.
Okay, by the time you paid $1.20 a mile, that was operating costs just to operate the truck. I mean, you know, what they gonna do when the truck breaks down, or you get you blow the motor up in that son, and it costs you $30,000 to put a motor in that truck. You know, these people ain't looking at that no more, and so if they actually hauling that stuff so cheap, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It's a trickle effect.
yes, I mean, yes, I mean, me as a consumer, I like the freight rates low. But as a person of that industry, you know, I wanted enough. I would want enough to be able to pay my, to take care of my
The
family,
overhead.
to take care of my family and my overhead and all that.
Yep.
I mean, I mean, back then, a brand new truck uh was a brand new truck. You could get it for $150,000. Nowadays, nowadays
Oh, you
it's
can double and triple that.
nowadays it's between 250 to $300,000 to get a decent spec truck.
Yep.
I mean, so
And that's just a truck. That ain't including your own drop trailer or enclosed trailer,
that's it.
refrigerated trailer.
That's it. So I mean, it's I mean, so I mean, I'm not. I made one company did work for my first year. I worked for Snyder, and I promised myself and the girlfriend I had at the time that I wasn't gonna be married to that daggum truck. You know, I mean I was gone 8, 9, 10 weeks at the time, and still wasn't bringing home nothing hardly.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I mean, the experience should pay something, and that's what you know. I mean, I feel bad for the guys that's out there now, but nowadays, half, 3/4 of them can't even speak English.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how that felt. I mean, I used to run Quebec all the time, and Quebec is mostly speaks French.
Yes.
So the only French I knew was American French, and they didn't like that whenever you started calling, using them French words to them up there. I mean, but I mean, I knew enough of the main words to get
Just to
to
get
get
by.
in and to get in and get out.
Yep.
I mean, I knew how to the measurements and stuff, so I didn't hit a daggum bridge or whatever else. But it's it's a totally different world now. Then they lost. Man, how are you?
Nomad.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Easily the COVID that C-19 definitely screwed up everything. I mean,
Yep.
and so, but I mean, even in that heavy equipment stuff, y'all probably still have people. If you say you work in a shop or
Yeah.
whatever, you got people probably that's bringing their equipment in and saying, well, that's too daggone much because
No, our clientele there, they know where they stand when they bring their stuff to our shop.
yeah, well, that's a good thing. I mean, which I mean, driving a semi truck, if you had to pull over in a truck stop or somewhere to fix little things, like a headlight hour or something or else, they'd want to charge you a daggum $150 to change a headlight
Oh yeah.
like that. So I always carried all kinds of spare parts in the truck. I mean, even extra alternator and,
Our
and stuff.
biggest thing in our shop is we have to do a yearly DOT inspection.
Yeah,
So we'll inspect the truck first, and then we'll let the writers know whether or not the truck passed or failed. Well,
yeah,
if it fails, the writer will call the customer and say, look, you got two options here. You can either have us fix it to where your truck will pass and be safe on the highway, or you can come take your truck, do it, bring it to whoever you like and have it done, and then
yeah,
bring it back to us. And our next opening is 3 weeks on down the road.
yeah.
Well, 98% of them say, just go ahead, fix it, get it stickered, and document everything and
Yeah.
call us
Well,
when it's ready.
well, I mean, and the and it's always the driver because these companies use it as well. The driver ain't doing his pre-trip inspection. So he's supposed to let us know when something broke on the truck. Well, guess what?
Well, the driver isn't going to slide up underneath that truck and look at the brakes
Every time, no,
every time. No, I'm sorry. That ain't part of their quick trip.
no, I'm not getting paid for a damn pre-trip. I mean, you know, but when I own my own equipment, then yeah, I could get in there and I got adjust the brakes or whatever else. Which I
Yeah.
mean, I did that a lot too when I was a company driver. I mean, my company wouldn't pay for daggum truck washes. Well, I take it when I got home on the weekends, I'd wash the daggum truck because that would keep the DOT off my ass. Because a clean truck at least will keep the DOT from
Yes.
certain from looking at the truck near as close as a thing. I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, but a nasty company truck, then well, the driver would end up having to pay for it, but the company wouldn't because the company wouldn't fix it on the daggum road. They wanted to get it into their shops, but you never got to their shops.
Right.
Once you told them you had something wrong with your truck or whatever, they would. It seemed like they would always send you around their shops, or somewhere else. where you never got into the shop to get it fixed.
Yeah, a lot of the logging companies up here, they have their off-road trucks and then they have their regular highway trucks.
Yeah,
And their off-road trucks are highway and off-road, but they're
Yeah.
mainly to get the wood on the trailers and drag that back out of the woods
yeah,
with that one vehicle, drop the trailer out at the edge of the road, turn around, grab an empty trailer, and drag that back in.
yeah. And and that's the sensible way of doing it. But but when you running general freight, you got, and all of a sudden you got this load of groceries that got to go to a grocery warehouse, and when you get to that grocery warehouse, they either want you to unload the doggone, unload their product on their
Yeah.
dock, or pay somebody, or pay their basically pay their employees
To
to
unload your truck.
unload my truck.
Yep.
So and then it all goes back to NAFTA, really. Back when Bill Clinton signed NAFTA, I'm not trying to get political, but back then we made stuff in the United States. Nowadays we don't make anything here. We assemble some stuff, but we don't make anything here. And that's the big part about it. You as a truck and heavy equipment mechanic, I'm sure that during COVID and stuff like that, when they wasn't unloading any ships out in California or wherever else, y'all had to wait. You might start on a truck, but then find out they got to order parts. Well, the parts end up being a month or two behind before you can even get the parts to fix it.
Well, look at on the automotive side of it, when their computers went out in the pickups, it was, well, we can't do nothing. We have to wait for the chips to come in.
Yeah, exactly.
There was vehicles still on the lot that you couldn't move them, and that was 2 years later.
Yeah.
Because they would only send out so many here, so many there. They disperse whatever chips a factory got, and they'd send them out to the dealerships, and that's all we get for another couple of months. And that went on for 2 years.
There was Freightliner had some kind of board that operated something, and people were actually breaking into trucks that were still running and stealing those boards, and they were selling them for twice what a brand new one would have cost if you had 2 months to wait for it. It was that's a lot of stuff that the news don't report. So
yeah,
they would actually get in a damn new truck, one of some of these newer trucks, and turn the dash out of them just to get that board, and then turn around and sell them on eBay or somewhere like that, and just so and you'd end up paying them because, hey, I got a $200,000 truck sitting out there just down because I can't get the part.
Yeah.
So,
how long can you actually afford to keep that truck down? You can't.
On $200,000, you're looking at $4,000 or $5,000 a month. You can't a single operator truck. Some of these major companies can switch the driver out and put him in another truck. But if you're owner operator with one truck or whatever, you can't afford no damn $3,000 a month payment while the truck is broke down.
Nope.
So, it's flat out ridiculous, some of the stuff that has went on. The Chevrolet dealership. I took my truck over there. I took my truck over there to get the oil changed in it, my pickup truck, and the you know, the Chevrolet dealership didn't even have a new car on the lot. I mean, because while they was doing servicing my car, my truck, I went out and walked the lot. They did not even have a brand new car on the lot last year.
No,
I
because
mean,
they can't get rid of the ones they already got.
yeah, I mean, so I mean that's I mean, and now I mean, you take now a brand new pickup truck is almost 100. A pickup truck is
Yeah,
almost $100,000 now. I mean, and that's
120, 130, depending on what kind of
yeah.
truck it is.
If you want all the bells and whistles, you gonna pay 105, 120, $30,000.
Yep.
I mean, I mean, just a plain Jane, no bells and whistles much. You know, they want a daggum, they want $100,000 on
Yeah.
the stickers of it. I mean, I rode around and I was looking, just looking. I mean, there ain't no way in the world. I mean, I got that 2015. Well, the funny part was I paid on that song for 3 years. Well, and I was, I said, wait a minute, I said, well, I can get a 3% loan uh, back on this truck, and I went back out there and I made like borrowed like another $10,000 on that truck, you know, just to get the interest rates down to where,
Yeah.
you know, 3% daggum interest rates a heck of a lot better than 7 or 8% on a credit
Oh,
card, and that's if you got good credit, and I mean, so I done that and refinanced all my, and paid off all my credit cards and stuff. So
yeah.
it's still,
Like I say,
it's
you gotta
just
do
the
what
way.
you gotta do nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean I mean, you can't keep throwing good money at bad projects.
No, no.
That's where the thing comes. Well, case and tell, I got to jump out of here too. It's 11:30 here. And,
Yes, sir. I'm about ready to shut it down anyways.
uh, I appreciate it, and hope
Oh, thank you very much, Daryl.
hopefully it helped helped you get some more views and stuff like that. But you
Yeah.
know, but I mean, like I said, my channel is kind of dying anyway. So, but I mean,
So
Cajun.
did you pick a day of the week that you're gonna go live again?
I think I'm gonna go on. I used to go on Sunday nights at
Right.
right after Pull Bear Edge. Probably 8:30. You know, that way that gives Ed, 30-minute windows for Ed stream to go for Ed to go offline, and then me pick it. Me go back up, go to my old time before I went to Friday nights. But and just hoping I can pick up some of my old crowd again.
Right.
You know,
So so you are going Sunday nights then?
I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna go start going Sunday nights at 8:30 Eastern. So,
Okay. Not
uh,
this Sunday though, right?
yeah, I'm most likely tomorrow night. Yes. So, I mean, I know
Okay.
I understand people can't get there on holiday weekends and stuff, but
Right, right.
I kind of figured this would be my best, to start it out just to see if I can get some of my old crowd to pop back in.
Right.
Then, Friday nights. The thing about it is, people just got paid. They got time to go out and eat supper with their families and all this stuff. So Friday nights is not the best night in the world to try to do a live stream.
No.
So I mean, they've been working all week. They want to go out and do whatever with their families and stuff like that. So that's why I'm switching back to Sunday night. So and everybody's welcome. Anybody still watching out there, everybody's welcome on Sunday nights. We mostly talk about a lot of small engine stuff, but we also let the conversation just flow. So
That's pretty much what I did tonight.
yeah, and
Nobody was going live to go watch or do anything, so I just figured why not.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people get bored with my truck talk and stuff like that, but I mean, but a lot of them just going, like Mark and whoever else, they've all drove a truck, so they got an
Yeah.
idea about where I'm coming from. But I mean, there's two, uh, you know, it's small engine channel. Well, there's got a 1-cylinder engine in it. It's a 570, but it's got a one. So in other words, it's still classified as small engine. So
Yeah.
I mean, so in other words, that's part of my deal, But but a lot of times, if I got a bunch of truckers up there on the panel or whatever else, then we will go into um uh we would go, the conversation will end up turning toward trucking and all that stuff, which I know a lot of people don't get to, but I mean, it's like but then again, a lot of people now are doing live streams on tools and all that stuff.
Well, they're just
Well,
trying to change it up, see what
yeah,
works, see what doesn't.
that's that's it. But I mean, I I mean, the lease on this house before we got together. So I mean, and I had when I drove my truck, I had my own tools on the truck. Plus, I had a whole daggum shop full of tools at home. So I mean, I don't. They're not the latest and greatest, but I can do about anything I want to do right here in this shop. I mean,
Right.
it's just so I'm not. And when you're on limited income, you don't go buy a bunch of daggum tools
No.
and stuff like that. So I mean, so you just got to do what you got to do. But I appreciate you having me up there, chasing tail. Everybody in the chat, I appreciate. I'm glad to meet a lot of y'all folks, and like I said, y'all have a good weekend, what's left of it, and uh, and have a great week next week. So we will talk with y'all later.
Okay. Thank you for coming up.
All right. Good night.
And we'll probably see you tomorrow night.
Okie dokie. Talk to you later.
Have a nice night.
You too.
Well, on that note, I think I'm going to close it out for the night. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Yanni, Timmy, Easy, Lost, The Nomad, Yads, Sam's Chronicles, the Cajun Coin Hunter, and everybody else that I cannot really remember. So, thank you all. Have a nice night. Good morning. And we shall talk to you all later. Bye.